Hey, it's Follow Through Time. I'm Pastor Fred, and we are back. All week we're going to be in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, and we're going to be looking at, I would say, just some eternal things. That's probably the best way to look at it, that we would have sort of a perspective that is eternal, where we'd have like heaven as that reality, and that's where we're headed. That's our future. That's our, our destiny, if you will. However you want to look at it, that's the deal. And it changes everything. It really does. And I want to ask you today, is heaven just something that's sort of for later, right? And the sweet by and by, and it's for after you die, and and we ask those questions, right? What happens after I die? And we want to know. But I think what happens is it not only has to do with after I die, but it has to do with how I'm going to live. So let's look at 2 Corinthians 5. We're going to look at verses 2 and 3 today. Paul says this, and he's going to change the metaphor from last week, right? Last week we talked about our home, right? And he was kind of using, helping us to think about our life in terms of a building. And he kind of changes it a little bit, and he says, okay, so for in this tent we groan, longing to be put on our heavenly dwelling, to put on our heavenly dwelling, if indeed by putting it on we may not be found naked. And so he shifts from like building to clothing, and I think that's really cool, because the building image can maybe make you think of something outside of you, right? That's something that's maybe again being built for later. Whereas something that you put on, you wear it every day. It's what covers you. It's what people see when they see you. It's kind of your character and who you are. And so he's saying, look, this temporary thing that we got going on, what we want to do is put on that, we want to put on that heavenly dwelling. Like we want that to cover us. We want that to be the thing. Like we grow now, like life is difficult now. There's no sugarcoating it. He doesn't try to ignore reality of persecution and difficulties, and sometimes we're going to struggle and everything's going to fall apart, and we're going to groan and it's going to be bad, but we've got this heavenly thing that we put on, this eternal reality that Jesus died for us and rose for us, and we're not left naked, right? We're not left without anything when we die. We're not left in this life when we lose everything. We still have that, and that's similar to what Paul says other places where he calls us to put on Christ, and he uses that analogy a lot, and the reality is it covers us, it clothes us, right? So it sort of surrounds us. It's who we are and what we are, and I pray that encourages us, because right, the things around us can be difficult, and we're gonna want to groan, but God's got us. And he's going to take us home to be with him. So let's have that perspective and that approach to life every day. So if this helps you, please share this with somebody, hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you next time for another follow through.